Come on, fucker. Bam. What up, Yang Gang? We're live again. We got some great TikTok folk here in the house. So I want to go ahead and just start out with just everybody just doing their own little intro. And so I'll start with Shy here. You go ahead and give an intro, who you are, where you're at, and what you're all about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just kind of like typical Yang Gang. Um, I'm just trying to get UBI passed because now that we don't have the purpose of trying to get Andrew elected, and Michael suggested TikTok and just the I really like as a hobby video editing, so it just kind of I don't know, it's kind of like a fun thing to do. And it's like if you can enjoy something you're doing and then also it promotes the advocacy, I'm all for it. Um, but I just started like 48 hours ago, so I don't really have a lot of tips. But the TikTok I have is Cheyenne, the number 4 UBI.
And make sure you guys all send me your links, and I'll put that in the description box when we go down from the live. That way people can check us out and stuff. And we might want to work together and make like a tweet to share this with and have everyone's links in the tweet itself. That might help.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And Shy, you're in Washington State, right?
Yes, I'm in Washington State.
All right. So Mike, you go ahead, man. You're next.
All right. Yeah. So no, you remember, I don't know if anyone knows the Tatted lawyer, Michael, who's old school Yang Gang. Yeah, he was on Twitter. He kind of disappeared for a bit, but he'd pop onto Twitter every now and then and yell at everyone to go join TikTok. And I ignored him several times. And finally, I was like, the guy's smart as hell. He knows what he's talking about. So let me go give it a shot. And no, I fell in love with it. It's my favorite platform now. Like, I mean, I like the video part. You're actually seeing people's faces and like it's a more of a conversation that you can have with people. And plus all the music licensing. Like I like to make little videos and all the music is like licensed there. So you don't get copyright violations. And for me, that's like pretty fun. So yeah. But there's a lot of, I had a bad opinion of it, I guess, at first, because I thought it was my daughter had it a couple of years back and she was like a teenager. So I thought it was a teenage like toy thing. I don't know why, but yeah, it's not. There's actually like political TikTok. And once the algorithm picks you up on that, you get like, there's some really smart people in there, like making some very like informative posts. And yeah, definitely. I'd recommend it. So.
Yep. And that's, looks like we got, was this Shale Riley? Yeah, man. Just shit. How do I do this? We'll talk afterwards, man. We'll figure out how to get a list of I want to get a list of everyone in the Yang Gang who's on TikTok on one list. That's something I might do with the trickle up too, guys. If you guys want to entertain this idea, I'll talk to you guys after we get the intros done. Let's shut up. Okay, so Izzy, you go ahead and take off, brother.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm relatively new to TikTok. I'm just just still starting to figure out. I mean, Resist for Humanity can attest to that. Like we've been talking on there. Like, how the hell do we use this feature? How the hell do we do that? It was quite a struggle, but I did the best I could. My main goal, if anything, is really to like find a platform where I can push my message, and that is like finding a way to get out of like my environment and into a better one, along with like helping others who are in similar situations, especially one of them in South Africa who's in a very tough spot, and it's just like if nothing gets done soon, like she could die. So I'm like doing everything I can on my side to like try help, but it's like it's still not enough. And I know like I was heard that on TikTok you get more popularity or more recognition quicker. So I'm giving it a shot because I've been on various across social media, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I even have my own podcast, Izzyland Uncut, and I mean I've gone everywhere just trying to, and I've even went on like Humanity Hangs, and I've gone on like the the like Shell Riley is in charge of this, the podcast, the Yang Gang Roundtable. I've been on there, and it's just like I've just been looking for a solid enough platform where more people will listen, a bigger audience, and won't really be ignored. Because like if I just say things like in like on my platform or whatever, it's not enough, and people won't really listen. So that's why I'm taking this step. But I mean it was quite a struggle, because after like I've been putting up these videos on TikTok, various things, man. I'm definitely gonna regret it in the morning. I'm telling you, it's like, because my health is just so bad. I'm doing what I can, because I really don't have much of a choice. Like, this is like my last resort, because like if there were better alternatives, like I wouldn't be doing this, but here I am. It's like, hey, it's something I'm good at. So
where you at, Izzy?
I'm in the Chicago area. I'm technically on the south side, and I'm on the south suburbs, but it's really the outskirts. So it's like Riverdale, Illinois, but like on 138th or so, that's when like Chicago starts, and then they actually have a district called Riverdale, okay. And that's where I am. Like if some might be familiar with like the Joe Louis golf course, or what else? Like the Park District, and the Metro runs through there. So yeah, I mean, if people like are familiar with, like Dalton, Harvey, those are the other areas that are in that same vicinity.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did I get to meet you in person at the Chicago rally?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you saw me, like
so many freaking people there, man. It was such a great time, and I know I met there had to be like 1,500 people at that damn rally, and that was awesome.
I was on one of your streams.
Oh yeah,
I was on. Yeah,
like
man. We were in line, and you were walking past.
Yep, I talked to every single person in line there. That's right. I tried to meet every person there that day. Like, I just got in a line, because there's a lot. Just so you guys know, at this event center, there's a line for probably a little over a block sticking out there. So I started at the very front and said, "Hey man, how long have you been waiting in line to find out how the hell did you get here in front?" And they've been there for like 4 damn hours, man. And I just started talking to every single person in line that wanted to be on camera, at least. And that was, I enjoy doing that shit, man, because it's so much fun. Just to
God, I wish my technology was working at that time, because like that's what really threw me off, because it's like my phone had a bad battery, and I didn't have the money to get it fixed. My video camera was, it was piss poor, and it was running low, and I wasn't able to capture moments. But the energy there, like I'll never forget it. It's like it does feel like a concert, and literally like what was at the LA rally, I got a sample of that at the Chicago one, and yeah, it was memorable. But I mean, I just wish it was everlasting, because it seems like after Yang dropped out, that was gone. It just dissipated, and it was just like a one-time thing. Hell, it's like when I was I recall when, like, after the event, like I was getting pretty anxious, because I need to get home, because where I am, you don't want to be there in the dark. So I was like, hey, don't give me a ride back, and I can't, Lyft and Uber are not cheap. So I was like literally asking and stuff, and then 2 guys helped me out. One of them actually offered me some cash. He said if I was on Venmo, and I said no, but he just gave me like $6. Said like, hey, just consider it like a dividend. And I was like, wow,
that's what's up.
And then another guy and funny enough, this other guy, I think he's part of like the Chicago Yang Gang. You probably heard of them. They were also on that stage stuff. He was a part of them, and I actually know him from a while back. So it's just so weird that I ran into him. But like when I was saying like, oh, I need a ride back, he said, okay, I'll offer you a ride home, just as long as you're able to wait. Like there wasn't any oh, we're so sorry that you're having this issue or whatever, but unfortunately there's nothing we could do, or do what you can, find someone. They didn't like put it. They just did it. There was no questioning or anything. Or it's like,
Yeah.
you know, why don't you have your own car? Why don't you just get a job and get a car? You know, none of that talk. They just did it. Like, that's what I was looking for all this time.
That's Yang Gang.
To the point where I even like introduced my good friends to this group, but unfortunately, like I said, Yang dropped out, and I don't know what it's become. It's like, so I'm trying to like bring back that same energy at the rally, or at least get those same sort of people, or just become it myself, because it's like, this is real. This is you know, this is crucial. We need this.
Yep. So
That's
well, hey Matthew, go ahead and I think as you hit your mute button, just so you know. But yeah, Matthew, where are you at, brother? And what's your thing, man? So I've seen you down a lot. I know you've done quite a bit of things in the past too.
Yeah. And you'll see why I've done so many things in the past here in a second. So I'm located in Dallas, Texas. I'm a UX designer, been a web designer for many years. I have so many hobbies and things that I'm interested in. And TikTok is sort of like the YouTube for people with short attention spans. And so it just like hooked me. And I didn't think that I had a short attention span. And so I got interested in TikTok and decided that I should not have it, because it's just like crack for my brain, right? I just have to keep scrolling through videos the same way that if I get interested in something, I shouldn't go to Pinterest and I shouldn't go to Google, because I will just I will soak up, just engorge on information. So I'll say why that's bad for me, especially here in a second. But I became Yang Gang after watching the Joe Rogan interview, because I wanted to see who was the presidential candidates that were, going to be, who we're going to be voting for, because I knew I wanted to vote in the primary. And then I found out about Andrew Yang, and I thought, this can't be real. I watched the Joe Rogan interview, and I wasn't just Yang Gang for the UBI, but I was Yang Gang because finally I felt like we had somebody running for president that understood technology and the implications of all the technological changes that we're going to be going through for the next 40 years. So I became Yang Gang and just have sort of grown along with that. I joined TikTok just to see, hey, it's a new service. It's getting a lot of buzz. What's it about? I should know about it since I work in the web. And then someone told me, you should stay on TikTok to promote your wife's business. So I started posting a few videos, staying on TikTok. And then recently watched a video that was about neurodivergence and ADHD, and I'm 40 years old, and someone said, if you have these symptoms, then you might have ADHD. And I went, I have all those symptoms and more from these other videos.
I have
so whoa, I need to start posting about neurodivergent and start sharing some of my experiences so that other people might get some benefit from it. But at the same time, making sure that I'm wearing my math hat. If I'm in my tech camper, my office, I'm also showing off anything that related to Humanity First or Andrew Yang, just so that people know, oh, this is a Yang Gang member who has ADHD that's talking about it, but also talking about UBI and the benefits. Now, I just released a video today. The benefits of UBI for people with ADHD is ginormous because we love our hobbies.
Yeah. Yeah, we've, to me, I regret not starting this a year ago. Like you were saying, Michael, earlier about the tatted lawyer. That dude was way ahead of the curve. He knew what he was doing. And plus, he's a good-looking dude with a lot of muscles. So that really helps. Take your shirt off and dance, and the girls will just keep on watching. Men and women. But he was way ahead of the curve. And, of course, so I TikTok is the exact opposite of what I do. Like, I love long-form discussions, interviews, deep dives, policy stuff. But then once I started getting the idea of like, oh, I see what's up. You can do some little snippets, and you could literally just keep a vlog of stupid shit, stupid ideas. And I started like sharing short little posts, like one of Fred when Andrew mentioned Fred on the thing, and I because Fred started a Truckers for UBI TikTok, and I was like, let me go and just make this one here, a short one of Fred when I was standing there with him, and I put that up there, and that one got a shit ton of traffic. Like, wait, what? I had like 7 followers, but it got like 10,000 views. It's like, oh, there's some legit potential here for odd things you don't see coming. When you put a lot of work into it, it's like no one gives a shit. But if you just kind of throw a lot of spaghetti against the wall, something sticks, and it's weird. And that's what I like about TikTok is that we can all have a unified message, but we have the freedom to go make all this weird shit and use different hashtags to cast a wide net and get more people's attention. And that's what really got me going is Kai, man. Kai got this shit figured out over a year ago, where he stopped doing Yang content altogether. Oh, look, somebody else is trying to jump in here. Oh, there he is. Speaking of the devil, there's Kai. What's up, kid?
How are you? How are you, boys? How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Dang.
Yeah.
I can only talk a little bit, but I'll hop on and join as long as I could.
Yeah.
What up, Kai?
What up, man? How are you guys doing? Boys, where have you been? Where are you?
What up,
I'm
twin?
up here. But I was just telling him how you got ahead of the curve, and you said, okay, there's no ROI on Yang Gang YouTube videos. Andrew's out, and then you said, I'm gonna go create this whole other thing, and you did that. And you guys have your little hype house thing going on there, and it's pretty smart. And plus, you're 19, so you know what the hell's going on with that kind of stuff. So I was just telling them how we can all kind of build a separate platform and only briefly mention UBI stuff here and there. But when someone like you and other people that are building these huge fucking channels can all of a sudden later go, hey, by the way, Andrew's running for this. And then all of a sudden you got 1 million people seeing that message. And we're all kind of trying to do it in our own little way. But TikTok is such a viral little shit, man, where
It is.
you have no idea what's going to hit. Then all of a sudden something you didn't plan on being much, it gets, tens of thousands of views out of the blue.
Yeah.
So how long ago did you start you doing your because everybody else started the intros and stuff, and we all know who we've seen you before on YouTube, of course. But what got you to jump over to TikTok in the first place and say, fuck it, I'm off YouTube, let's go TikTok?
Yeah. Well, we were doing Yang for a while, and I realized pretty quickly that like all I've done before Yang, before any other projects, was creating content. So it was going to be something around that. But I wanted new things to talk about. And then the thing with TikTok that I wish we took so much more seriously before, just because it's so crazy. You guys know, like the organic growth on there, how much they push you. And so we created a podcast show around like Gen Z and commentating on social media news, especially because it was blowing up on TikTok. And so we capitalized on that, gained as many followers as we could. And we still use it every day. Like the organic growth is still insane. And if that was used during the campaign, I don't think it could have, like, it wasn't at that like maturity where people really understood how to use the platform. It would have been huge for sure. Like even Paget's on there right now and she's killing it. Like she makes the same content before TikTok, and I think she's getting like 30,000-40,000 viewers every TikTok.
And if you keep it short and sweet and to the point, man, that's the beautiful thing. And you can promote your other stuff.
Yeah. Oh my, her video from literally 3 weeks ago has 300K views. Their most recent post. Like I think that beats every video combined on my YouTube channel during Yang. And same for herself, like all combined together. And she got that in a video that was 50 seconds long.
Right.
That probably took her like 2 minutes to edit,
That's insane.
She has one video of 500K talking about the stimulus package.
Wow.
Yep. And that's what we all have our own little niche. And like, I like Izzy. Izzy's doing some stuff where he's like, it's noticeable with the Matrix background, and you do a little more creative editing. Where I think there's a place for that too, where people will appreciate that content. And just cause like Michael does some stuff with the weird filters on his face and shit. Oh man. But Michael's a little more confrontational. I'm a little more, I like to make fun of Trump supporters like
yeah,
mockingly, but he's a little more aggressive. Like, you guys are fucking stupid, and I think that's kind of funny too.
I like to just tell it like it is, and like, I mean, if they're respectful or whatever, I'll definitely like tone it down immediately and like try to have a real conversation with them. But
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to like embarrass them either if they're gonna be belligerent. And and people love that because a lot of people don't have the, I don't know, people don't feel comfortable like doing that themselves a lot of the times, and I think they get a kick out of it when they see someone else do it. So that's
Well, hey, I want to say thank you, man, for the shout out from Matt Dizzle over in Los Angeles, California, my boy. But we got
Oh, there are two Matts.
yes, that's Matt Dizzle from LA. Oh, for God's sakes, Joshua Vickers, fuck off, dude.
Josh,
Fuck
let
off.
it go, bro. Time.
What's up, Josh, man? I ain't seen you in a while, brother.
Got some trumped up charges.
Oh, that's great stuff, man. When I say fuck off, it's in a loving manner. Let's put it that way.
Of course.
But yeah, I actually made a funny little video yesterday of this Trump supporter taking down his Trump flag with like taps playing and shit. And,
Yeah, do you see that one?
oh, I love that one.
Hey, we should.
What's
Yeah,
that?
we encourage that though. Like, if I see like a former Trumpster like going public with their like letting it go, like,
Congratulations.
welcome back. Hey, welcome back, brother. You're back to reality. Let's be friends. Because we need to give them a path out of that. And
Yeah.
Well, I think that if we can all kind of course, we can all support each other by interacting to help trip the algorithm, commenting and liking and sharing all that bullshit, But like, if we can all keep supporting each other and kind of duet, stitch, all that kind of shit, we can help each other grow. But I think, like I said, we all have our own little things that makes us all unique channels that we can cast that net out to and keep.
that's what I like about it, because I think that I joined Twitter just for Yang, and then I reactivated my Facebook just for Yang, and so those platforms are basically just 100% Andrew Yang and Yang Gang content. And on this one, I feel like it's more like I'm just going to be myself and just like I'll make videos about whatever I want to. Like, not some of them won't be related at all, and but I want to build up an audience at the same time, and because I'm going to keep dropping UBI nuggets every time it feels appropriate.
Right.
And, yeah.
Well, we got some questions in the comments here. For beginners, what are some of the do's and don'ts with TikTok?
Sasha, what's up, Sasha?
Yes, Arkansas for Yang.
Arkansas for Yang.
That's right.
Sasha, I'm in LA now. That's where I first met her. We drove around the city together for the first time. We had In-N-Out. Yeah, it's awesome.
Do's and don'ts, man. There's not a lot of don'ts.
So I don't have like a whole lot of absolute to-dos, but I've noticed that the algorithm seems to give more points or more loves and likes to people who have captions in their videos. It seems like, and I'm an accessibility expert, it's part of what I do at work. It seems like the algorithm is pushing those videos more on the For You page. And speaking of that, every single time you create a video, you should be using one of the two hashtags, and I'm not sure which one is better, FYP or the For Your page. Do you think it's FYP?
Yeah, so when we were smaller, I used FYP exclusively, and then I stopped using it, and then it became like just people commenting it worked. But in the beginning, yeah, I was only all the content I was posting, I used hashtag FYP every time. I'm trying to think of any like big things I would be able to kind of provide. There's an app called Clubroom. I don't know if you're familiar with it. And it's an app that started in Silicon Valley, but it's an invite only app that all these social media people are on. And what it basically is it allows you to be on the app, going to all these rooms, and they're held by massive TikTokers or massive YouTubers and Instagrammers. And there's a room of only maybe 100 people because not many people are on the app, but they divulge real TikTok secrets into growing. So I have, I think, 3 invites. Boyce, let me send them to you, and then we can distribute them. But I'm not like, this is, it seems unfair. So I'm trying to send this out to as many people as possible, but it's been blowing up. And I go on here and I'm listening to like conversations with like literally TikTokers who have 10 mil, 15 mil, and they have great knowledge, and you're just sitting there and just talk, and you can join and ask them questions. It's called Clubhouse. Sorry, and so I can send that to you as well. That we've been doing TikTok for about 6 months, and I still learn new things every day from that from Clubhouse.
Well, then we got another question from Matt Dizzle. He goes, "What are the ways you can monetize on TikTok?" I believe it's 10,000 subscribers or something like that. You can monetize. I have no idea though.
Oh, you can monetize too?
Yeah.
At 10K, you get into the Creator Fund, and so in the beginning when we did it, we weren't getting paid, and now we get paid a CPM. So CPM is just a standard unit of paying folks on through monetization. Is just money gained per 1,000 views. So the CPM on TikTok is considerably lower than YouTube. But if you get 1 million views, that's around $250, and then 2 mil is around 500, and it increases from there. So it's pretty. It pays well.
I think that's a much better pay than fucking YouTube, because YouTube's a bitch. Especially when it comes to the music, like Michael was saying earlier. 'Cause I get strikes on me for some, like I got the rights to a song from the artist himself. He said, "Boys, please use it." I interviewed him live and everything. He says, "We're good." I used his song for the intro, got a strike from some other fucking company, some third party bullshit. And I got a copyright strike. And I was off for a week, man, because of that shit. You know, that's what I hate about fucking YouTube, man. They really got you by the short and curlies, man.
It isn't YouTube too, boys. It was what it is. So we're talking to these MCN companies, and they're the ones that sign all these major YouTubers and major artists. And what they do is they monitor and make sure that there's no copyright infringements of their content. So like the artist signs to join this MCN, and there's pretty much 8 major MCNs that exist in the YouTube space, and they own everything. So they look for any chance to demonetize, because that revenue goes right back to the person who originally created the content.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucked.
Well, I understand, but you know, like what gets me in trouble is my live streams. I do a live stream and someone brings up something, and I got a strike because someone else brought up a screen share, and they switched it to a video, and the video got me a copyright strike and shot my shit down. You know, it's just TikTok's a little more of a minefield with that type of stuff, but YouTube, but TikTok is just a place to have fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really is. It's fun. You can just have fun, and that's it. It's nice and easy. And again, less than a minute. I mean, how nice is that? But what's going on now? I want to welcome Nell into the house.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? Kai, what's up, man?
What's going on, Nell? How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah, man. Let me tell you, my 8-year-old daughter is a beast at TikTok. But her account is private, so like she is only like I'm her friend, and like my sister-in-law is her friend, and that's it. So we're the only ones liking her videos, but she's a beast. I need her to teach me some stuff.
That sounds about right, man. These kids are no joke. And what I didn't realize is TikTok was called Musical.ly.
Yes.
And my daughters have been clicking on that shit for a couple years ago, man. And it's mostly just kids singing, lip syncing.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
That's what my impression of it was at first. And I was like, why is Michael, like Yang Gang Michael wanted me to go on TikTok? Like, doesn't make sense. And but no, it's definitely matured from then.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is like the do's and don'ts and stuff like that. Like, I didn't know shit about it. I just started putting up videos, and Kai DMs me, "Hey boys, do it for you page." I'm like, what the hell is that? You know? And he goes, hashtag. There's a thing down there. You click the button, it says hashtags FYP, and you can
see. I still don't do that. Yeah,
I didn't know shit.
It gives the app permission to share it to people in the FYP pretty aggressively.
Yeah.
That leads to the way it was in the beginning.
Yeah. What's up, Izzy?
I mean, I did want to mention that I believe a week ago, and this was when I was just like starting out on TikTok, or actually like, trying to update my profile picture, and you know you couldn't, and I think there was a time like you couldn't change the profile picture. Didn't know that, but then I looked into the you know as to why, and they were saying that there was actually illegal uploads or videos or stuff. I think some of them were I I can't really say it, but it's like I think there were like lots of just like I think someone said like child porn and then other stuff.
Oh god.
And I mean I really don't know because like I'm just finding out about it, but then they finally they had to like put everything private or whatever, and then you couldn't change the profile picture and stuff, but now you're able to. And so yeah, I mean I don't know the details. You could try to check for yourself and check
Yeah.
the facts or whatever. Just yeah.
People
I
will
just
take
died
advantage of
bringing it
any little bugs like that. Like if they
Got
think I mean, there's the bad guys out there. It's the wild, wild west on the internet. If you're and well,
Yeah.
Parler found that out too. So
Yes.
they,
But I was thinking, like someone had mentioned in the group chat, that we should start some type of like, what would you do duet series of what would you do with a UBI, or what would you do if you had reoccurring stimulus checks during the shutdown. I think those are good topics we could kind of plan around each other and say, okay, guys, here we go. This person's going to start it, and then we'll all just duet it and kind of help that get that thing not trending, but at least being a little more noticeable on the 4U page and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Mr. B has one.
UBI does not have a big presence on TikTok right now.
mhm.
I know because I've searched the hashtags. But stimulus check does. A ton of people who have no affiliation with Yang, no affiliation with, like, I don't even know if they know what UBI is.
That's
are talking about the 600 and how bullcrap it is, the 600 stimulus. So that stitch this with what you would do if your stimulus was 2,000 isn't just going to get a bunch of Yang Gang promoting it. It's going to get engagement from people that they don't even know they're allies yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so I think that's a big do, is getting engagement. And I think Michael's got that a little bit because he's thought provoking enough that people tend to get in the comment sections and get a little bit,
That's what I found that if I'll post like a UBI or like a pro stimulus checks or something like that, cash relief type of post, and there'll be people that will smart off in the comments and like immediately engage those people, like, and do like a video, like reply to them and tell them with the video exactly why, you can be smart and cool if you want. You can be rude if you want, because that actually drives it better, I found. But it doesn't matter. Just like engage them, because I think the algorithm, it's just a hunch, but it feels like if you get that back and forth going in the comments right away on a fresh video, like it just shoots it right to the front. And
it doubles the content, because you get Michael's original video that's like, here's like UBI promotion, and then someone says something snarky, and then he gets a second video that counters that, then what's the word, puts like really a myth puts a myth to sleep, and then then there's more content out there.
Yep, and then they'll follow through. They'll find that stitched video and follow back to the original, and Well,
and there's something is when people they won't allow stitches or duets. You just download their shit, make it your, torch them.
Yeah, TikTok really seems to push out stitches, duets. Those seem to work really well. I also noticed that last thing, I have to jump off for a couple minutes, but the big one was stitches, duets, and then just replying to as many comments as possible through those videos. Just especially replying to comments as a video tends to really push it out. That's what I've noticed. I started experimenting that a couple weeks ago. I will. I'll see you guys soon. I have to jump off for a couple minutes.
All right, Kyle. Hey man, let us know who wins.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's over. I don't know what happened.
McGregor's fight. He shouldn't fight first. He'll be the last fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, McGregor won't fight on a pay-per-view to probably about 11:30 or so.
Oh, nice.
Unless it's quick knockouts. I just didn't. I'm not spending $70 this time. Damn it. I did watch the pay-per-view live on TikTok though. That was pretty cool. Someone. That was awesome.
Yeah. Let me send over the Clubhouse link too, and we can send it to all the Yang Gang. Because if we just do it in a strategic way, we can make sure everyone gets. We just plan out who's saying to who. Everyone gets 2 each. I think it's the most valuable asset. Not many people have access to it, and I just got it off a fluke from somebody.
Okay.
And then yeah, I just get a lot of advice from there because everyone, it's kind of like this, except a ton of people in different industries.
Wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Hey, guys,
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right.
hey guys, as far as like that Clubhouse, is Mickey Mouse the host of it?
He is, yeah. I'll see you guys soon.
But yeah, guys, I want to offer something up. I want to make a new page for the Trickle Up dedicated to TikTok.
Yeah.
And so what I
Nice.
want to do is we should meet up again after all this is over, but work on a layout that works for all of us and where we can all put like our profile and put all your links to all the shit you do. If you're on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all that shit, we can have that be a place where everyone can find each other on the Trickle Up. And that's the whole point of it, was to make a network for everything. So if I make a TikTok page, we can all go on there and I can give you guys all access to be editors on the page as well. So then I can send you an invite to come on. We can have like a training session and I can show you how to make your own posts. Like
Cool.
it's like a blog post, just make a TikTok post. You can post a video every day on there if you want, or a highlighter, one that's trending, or whatever you guys want to do, man. It's just
Awesome.
it's the Wild West on my fucking website too. So
Oh yeah.
like I think it'd be a fun thing to do. We could share that TikTok page and get everyone the Yang Gang that's on Twitter
Mm-hmm.
and everybody that supports universal basic income or recurring cash payments to go there and find all of us in one
Awesome.
place. So I think that's something I'll start working on that this weekend.
I like that.
And
like
that'd
that
be
idea.
a good way for us all to grow as well, especially for people that just somebody's going to blow up. You know, Kai's not the only one. Somebody else is going to blow up, and it's probably someone on this damn screen right now.
Yeah, I know, Michael.
I'm all in on it. We'll see what happens, but I
Hey,
like to
better get the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, listen. Honestly, I don't do TikTok too often. I'll post like videos related to Andrew and you know, things like that. But you know, I'm involved with so many different things that I don't have the time always just to dedicate only to TikTok. But
Yeah, that's hard, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that there's an interesting like possibility with TikTok also, as far as like the information, like informational videos. You know how like you think of like an infomercial, but doing it artistically, like with all the music and the video effects that they have, like delivering that in a music video, like art film sort of manner that hasn't reached its potential yet either on that platform. So it's definitely, I don't know. I think that I think a lot of people should get on there, and I think that there's something too about like the conciseness of it. Like it makes it hard to get your information out and your message out, but it, you know, there's a skill too in like trying to be concise with language and like information. And when you can do that, people consume it so much easier when you've got that messaging refined. So
I think the big thing is too, guys, consistency. That's what helped me grow on YouTube. I put a video up every fucking day, no matter what. Every single day. It didn't matter if it's 10 minutes or 2 hours. I would do like batch videos and do like my big thing is policies. Like right now I'm doing a new policy thing where when Andrew started his campaign, I did a video of every single policy. So I'd record like 10 or 12 at once and chop that shit up and schedule them every single day for the rest of the 2 weeks. So I do that twice a month. And then I'd make other shit on top of that. And that just boom. If you start putting 2 or 3 videos up a day, now you're really going to be showing up on people's shit. So that's the most important thing about any algorithm is consistency. TikTok once a week ain't going to cut it.
But consistency requires lots of energy.
Absolutely.
Okay? I mean, if you have the energy, it should be a no-brainer. But like if you say like you have like an illness or you have chronic fatigue or various other things that hinder you from putting in so much effort, even on a 1-minute video, like just be honest, you're still editing a video, and that definitely requires a bit of your time and effort and stuff. So it's like, you know, and we can't, and it's like as long as you try or whatever, it's like, you know, you can't, you know, knock them for like, you know, not being fast enough, whatever, because like not everybody is able to do that, but it's like,
Yeah.
I'll admit,
I mean, if you are able to do it, you have to,
No, it's not about.
what?
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, I'll admit to some of my rants, like having to record the rant like 5 times because the phone is good. You should see the looks I get from the wife and kids when they see me like yelling at the damn phone again for the third time in a row. Like they're just like shaking their head and walk off to school. But
It
Dude,
takes
I thought
me
about
30 minutes to record a 60-second video.
yeah,
Oh man, I'm more of a guy that sits down and I say it and then I just put go.
Yeah, you know what?
I don't edit shit.
Here's the thing. When it comes to these things, sometimes if it's taking you that long to make a 60-second video, then you're probably just overthinking about what's going on. That's just my guess. I don't know what's happening on your end, but
Oh yeah, it
sometimes
took me like 15 minutes to record the actual video, the captions part, which I'm trying to find out
Oh, I
because there's
see.
an
I see
automatic
what you're
caption thing for TikTok that some of the big people are using, and I can't figure out what it is. But once that's done, it'll only take me 10 minutes to record a video, and it's going to get faster as I learn the interface better.
I'm just now getting that. I know how to do the text to it. I'm just now,
well, you know what? Listen,
able
you can always, if you want to. I mean, you don't have to do it this way, but I mean, you don't have to record it on your phone directly to TikTok.
Yeah.
You can record a video on your computer and edit it on your computer if it's easier that way, and then you can just upload it to TikTok later. Just make sure that it's under 60 seconds.
I've done that before. I've done that where I like rant it for like 10 minutes and then cut the 10 minutes down to just like the pure essence of it. And that still took a little time, but it came out really good. The other trick I would say is I want to like record my rant like in one burst, right? And sometimes that's hard to do without cursing too much or whatever, but just do like a sentence at a time. Like if you got a sentence or two, just sentence or two and then stop and then gather your thoughts, take a breath, and then you can go again. And
Mike, because we know your mom doesn't like you cursing.
She does not. She's not a fan of the cursing.
No, but I'll tell you this: I really do enjoy watching Boyce's videos when he puts them up, because he just records and just puts it up. That's it. It's a simple, fast way to do it, and you get the message out right away.
Well, it's more like a vlog. But like Izzy, but I still think what Izzy does with his editing is provides value. But I think for Izzy, you should probably do one that's just you bullshitting too every day. Simple, sit down, talk your shit, and just put it out there. Right? Nothing fancy, but still keep doing your good shit, man, because those things are gonna catch fire, I think.
No, correct. Izzy does a really good job with editing, and that's one thing I can't take away from him, Izzy, you're a very talented individual, brother.
Doing what I can.
Yeah. But TikTok is such a like Michael says, it's the Wild West, man. You can do whatever. I saw someone who had over 1,000 viewers. They started doing live stream. This motherfucker went to sleep. And what's his name? The kid from New York, man. He went to sleep and woke up with like 100,000 views and like 10,000 subscribers that night of him. He just had a sign that says Google Andrew Yang or some shit and went to bed.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
He went to bed. It doesn't take a genius. It's not a lot of you can make it as easy or as simple or as complicated as you want. But just remember, it's a 1-minute video and just make it as simple. But here's the thing too, like I like long form things. It's hard for me to get it down to a minute. To me, it's like going back to stand-up. When I used to write jokes for my stand-up, I had a joke that would take like 75 seconds, but I get that bitch down to 30 by using less words and cutting out a whole phrase. Like, well, I kind of said that twice. So you find a way to fine tune it. But that is, again, that's more work. That's more time. That's more complication. Me, unfiltered. Fuck it. Let's go. We're going live, man. Just say it. Go with it. And you fuck up. Like I did one. I'm laughing at my damn self. I was like, hey, whatever. Hit the fucking send button. I don't give a shit. Just laugh.
Yeah. What's the worst that's going to happen is it's out there for a few minutes and it doesn't get any real traction and it disappears itself. Like it's just gone. So throw that shit out there. Another good tip would be take advantage of the informational gaps between the different platforms. Like Twitter has a ton, all your journalists are on Twitter. So for late breaking, like political news, like you'll get that on Twitter if you've got your alerts set on some of these journalists and stuff. If you post that immediately over to TikTok, you're like breaking that there, and you will get a lot of traction and a lot of engagement. And TikTok's got a bunch of interesting personal story stuff, like video. Like there is one of a person that was having trouble with her child's like diabetes, insulin medicine, and she told this like heart-wrenching story. And that type of stuff is kind of lacking on Twitter. And so I shared that over there, and that got there's definitely like those like imbalances that you can use to make engaging content.
Yeah. Well, I like what Dino says here. Dino's one of the OGs from the Philippines, man. He says he's going to recite poems.
I'm stealing your idea, Dino.
I think that's a great idea, man.
Yeah, that is.
But here's the beautiful thing about
I'm
TikTok.
stealing it.
If you get into this little genre, you don't even know you're there. Then all of a sudden you become popular with Trump supporters. You become popular with poets or stand-up comedians because of the hashtags creates communities instantly.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't matter if you're not doing anything. Like all you gotta do is make sure you include one hashtag that's trending. Put your regular shit in there. That's another thing that I'm trying to do that I've heard other people say is if the hashtag is stimulus checks, like Shai was saying, say hashtag stimulus checks and hashtag whatever else she was trying to talk about. Like it doesn't matter. It just populates.
And help promote all the other progressive causes out there too, because those are all allies or should be allies. And too often we're fighting with each other. But if you're out there helping promote the Medicare for All movement and any of the others that are out there, like you build networks, you build alliances, and you show that you're cool. And because we all really should be helping each other on these things. And I've been trying to really make an effort there because.
Well, I think that's another thing you're hitting on, Mike. I was wanting to bring up as well was if you do a stitch or you do a video and you tag a content creator you really appreciate and shower them with compliments and love and say why you like their shit, they will duet your video or stitch it or whatever, and that's another way to really grow.
Yes,
show some love for others' channels.
That's what we should do for like I'll maybe do that. I'll make a TikTok where I just highlight all of you all and be like, yo, these are some of the people that I fucking follow, and drop your tags and stuff. And that would be, but yeah, that grandma, that one video I got of the grandma that maxed the phone. I've done a few of those funny ones with her in it. She did
dumbass.
Yeah, she did a duet of the last one I did. So she got like 500,000 followers. Like
she
awesome. I love that lady.
Gangster.
She is.
Michael, you are the Lincoln Project of the Yang Gang.
That's what's up.
Just about.
I think it's funny because she always calls her by he's nuttier than squirrel turds.
I know.
Like, that's great stuff.
It's
there are people on there like that are activists, and that there's an activism thing. I'm gonna try and find a hashtag where activism works for us that we could use that if we're gonna do something that's on message. And the bullshit ones are just bullshit. Throw some bullshit ones. Trust me, I do more bullshit than anything. My serious shit's on TikTok or on YouTube. But TikTok for me is just a place to have fun, to do funny reactions or make fun of Trump supporters that are coming to terms. I still think my favorite video is that one, that guy taking his flag down. I laugh at my damn self because it's so fucking
hilarious.
So, that's something I'm thinking about doing is making. I'm gonna have the trick because the Trick Club's an LLC, and so I'm thinking about making gold medals, Olympic gold medals for mental gymnastics to hand out to people. Like Bill Engvall had the "Here's your sign" kind of shit.
Yeah.
What if we started handing out medals to these motherfuckers?
Dude, I thought you can steal this one. Make clothing that makes fun of like maybe the MAGA movement, and it's such a subtle way that they would actually wear it and not be aware of it. Like, I don't know.
That's tough, but nothing's impossible.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing. Nothing's impossible.
Yeah, I've fallen for a few of those fake ones on TikTok where it's like a guy that's actually doing a very, very good troll of like a current MAGA user. And I'm like ranting at him in the third video. I started my rant. I was like, you're a fake. You're playing. You got me. You got
Troll.
me. You got me, dog. Yeah. But
yeah, I think those are some good strategies we can do, like I said, duetting, stitching, give some love to other bigger channels. That really helps you if you want to. If your goal is to grow, that's how you grow.
yeah.
I'm just there to laugh. I'm just there to laugh, guys. I'm not gonna angry.
I just want TikTok videos to be just a little bit longer. Honestly, to be honest,
I think
with
you also have
Only
to be
'cause
willing to share a part of yourself. You have to talk about your own pain and weaknesses in order to make yourself more
human.
connectable.
Yeah,
It's
true.
like
Yeah.
it's like with Twitter. It's like like how like when you make a tweet and they have that character limit, and it's like it stops at a certain point and then it goes to red. You gotta like cut some stuff out. And like with TikTok, like there are probably some important stuff that you're forced to cut out. Videos. But I'm just learning this by trial and error.
Yep.
What I did was I actually went back to like the clips that while making the TikTok video, and I will edit that separately in like on my phone or whatever, then put it in. It's like I know they have like a trim feature and stuff. However, there are some parts that are just winded and just and uhs and unnecessary stuff at times, and that does take up a lot of time and stuff. So I have to like take that out, trim that separately, make it like a separate clip or whatever. Then I start to like assimilate. No, not assimilate, but put it together. And then it starts to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another from when I have a long, there was one I did on the general strike that was like, it took me 10 videos to do like all these different concepts. What I would do is I made the first like introductory video and then I stitched my own videos. So I then stitched the introductory where I said, let me talk about the general strike and blah, blah, blah. That was the intro. Then I stitched just that first part of it. Let me talk about the general strike. And then this video, I'm going to tell you about this concept. And so they all kind of fed back to that same, people could follow the trail back and find all the others.
Or just break it up to 4 or 5 parts, say part 1. Because again, they want to see that text is what like Matthew was saying, that the captions.
Yep.
If you put down part 1, part 2, part 3, then people are going to watch all 3 or 4 of them, and it really does help that too. I haven't done any of those yet, but that's something like, especially for Izzy, if you're going to do the editing on your computer anyway, that might be another good strategy. You want to take out important points, just make a part 1, part 2 out of it, or part 3 or whatever. Just don't get carried the fuck away, because you'll figure out one of those numbers ain't going to work. People aren't going to come back for 6, 7, 8 of these motherfuckers, so 2 or 3. Like stuff like that. I don't know what the magic number is. Yeah, Chris. Kai jumped out.
You go.
Sorry, everybody's asking about Kai.
He's a popular guy.
Yeah, that kid. Guys, you don't think you understand? He has over 2 million followers on TikTok, and their YouTube channel.
And he's only 19.
19 years old, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just graduated high school last year. So he was on what was it? He was on so Trump threatened TikTok.
Yes.
So him and his guys said, all right, guys, let's put everything on YouTube, right? So they have over 1 million subscribers at that time. They created a YouTube channel and it instantly had like 35,000 subscribers that next day. And now they've got like 400,000, I think it is. Let me look.
Wow.
Let's see. And just so you guys know, it's called The Sync. So let's see here. 370,000 subscribers. And their oldest video, let's see here. Let's go to the oldest. Their oldest video is 8 months ago. So in 8 months, they grew to
Just like
300, just like that. But it all started on TikTok. And they
That's
covered
amazing.
all the other they pretty much just talk gossip. It's like what do you call it? It's like the National Enquirer of TikTok. Where they're like, okay, did you hear about so and so? Oh, she got her butt lifted. Oh my god, stupid shit that I have no idea who they're talking about. I'm too fucking old. My kids know who they're talking about. But that's the thing. They know their market. Their market is this age group, and that's where they're booming at. And so that's how he and those guys, there's like 5 or 6 of them. And Christina's another one that works with them, but they blew up. And they do quick, fast hitting stuff, man. High energy. Kai's like a fucking buzzsaw, man.
Mm-hmm.
And those other guys are pretty cool too. And if you guys are there watching their stuff, go check them out. The Sync or the Sync Up is another one they have. But millions of subscribers. It's fucking ridiculous.
Wow.
Now they have 370,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube. So they have 2 income platforms.
It's ironic.
So the Sync, SINK.
SY here. I'll put it up. I'll put it up in the comments.
Sync Up, I would assume that's SY and
Yeah, it's like in sync. Here we go.
Bye.
The Sync. You look that up on YouTube or TikTok, man, you're gonna see Kai's face all over it, and his roommates. So what they do is they have a hype house, which is the thing.
I don't know what is a hype house.
It's just a bunch of fuckers together making shit.
Okay.
I know who has something like that. So about what's this guy? LeBron James actually retweeted one of their videos. I forgot what they're called, but they do like not only anime but also like these basketball memes or vlogs or whatever. I forgot who they are, but they do it. They have like this. They're in like this house, or like a mansion or whatever, and then it's a group of guys. They do these bits. I think there's various ones where I saw basketball also with like them, like how Popeyes would be behind the scenes or how they would run into Chick-fil-A, Walgreens versus CVS. And also my favorite one was, about this one anime like Hunter x Hunter where, they had this 12-year-old protagonist and their guys like, oh, that's the protagonist. And they just beat him up. So yeah, they had some, I just forgot their name. I think on YouTube, they're called like RD something, but yeah, they have like a hype house.
RCD World.
There you go. RCD World. Yeah, that's them.
But I'm bringing something. Ethan here also. He's also a TikToker. Ethan, drop your TikTok name in the comments here too. Ethan's also a TikToker. He said that Andrew Yang actually does have a policy about a hype house in New York for campaigning.
Like I think Ethan's following me.
What's that?
I think Ethan's following me. I think humanity first, right, Ethan?
But drop your shit in here, man.
Yeah. I think that's him.
There's so many cool people though, man. There's such smart fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lady on there. It's an immunologist. I was going to have her come on and do a thing about the COVID vaccine because she knows her shit.
Yeah. And
so me and her are working out. She's got a very fucking busy schedule, and pretty much all of her time goes into work and then TikTok. So we're trying to work together. I want to have her come on and do some Q&A because I got the COVID vaccine, the Pfizer one, the mRNA one, and I get my booster on Tuesday. And I was wanting to have her give us some good content to think of, to listen to, and give us more data, and to settle people's fears.
Mm-hmm.
So we're having a hard time scheduling, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's so many people that I've found. Like you said, they found an immunologist. That's amazing. Like, I mean, I saw like psychologists on there that were breaking down like the political campaign stuff. There was like this lady that was a former evangelical, like that was getting into like Christian evangelicalism and politics and how they, like, I mean, there's so many different, very cool, knowledgeable people in there on that platform. And it's amazing that you can meet. I don't know. I think it's the algorithm that pushes you into those those different echo chambers, or maybe it doesn't put you in. I don't know. It seems like it just spreads you out more. But
just so you guys know, everybody make sure you go follow Ethan. His is @HumanityFirst_.
@HumanityFirst_.
Yep.
Cool.
First of all, you got a cool fucking name, dude. Beer. I like beer. I can be Supreme Court justice.
He's also following me on Twitter. I just checked. It's like
Yeah. We gotta support each other, man.
yeah.
That's right.
And so, like I said, I'm gonna start
Oh.
working on the on the website and have a new page, a new section. And then what I want you guys to do is also maybe like email me or DM me on fucking TikTok. I guess that works. If you guys want to write up a profile, like something about you, and then all your handles and shit and your links, if you can send those to me in a DM, I will make a like about us kind of page on there
Cool.
where each person can have their
On
like
TikTok?
all of your shit, your Instagram, your whole profile. Send me your profile and I'll make a page where everybody can see all of us as a here's the who's doing shit, and then we can all follow each other
No,
and
you were
all
saying-
check each other out.
You were saying like just DM us all our stuff for like you want us to just DM you or TikTok or Twitter or does it really matter?
It doesn't matter. I answer all that shit.
I got an idea for a
Okay, all right.
stream on TikTok, like how to promote. Like one night it was me and I forget the other guys on there. But basically we were just hanging out, scrolling through TikTok videos and fucking laughing our asses off. Like literally, that was it. And we were having a blast. And I don't know. I think maybe if we all if you had a group that came out, it said everyone's going to bring like a dozen fucking TikTok videos that they think are hilarious, and just
That's a damn good idea.
yeah, you could just one by one just kind of go through them and laugh and fucking and bullshit about whatever comes up. So
That would be that's a very good idea, Mike. I might set that up for us.
yeah, man.
Fun, man. Everybody bring their top 5, man. If you have 6 people in here, that'd be 30 videos. We can just sit here and just roll, man. Just laugh, have a beer, whatever.
Yep.
hmm So, Shy, I have not heard a word from you in a while. Hi.
I'm like Andrew. It's not in my nature to talk over someone. So let me think for a second. Okay, so a couple things. I agree. Michael needs to step up his hashtag game. Very few hashtags in his videos, and a lot of people put all their like default hashtags, even when your videos aren't related to that, because like that's the main thing that they're on there, like TikTok mom or something. And so like even if he's not talking about universal basic income, having hashtag UBI is going to be would kind of make sense for any one of us at any time to have in one of our videos. And then for the people who are like, this seems like a lot, and this seems like really out of my comfort zone, TikTok makes it where you don't even have to film yourself, and you can just type what you would want a robot voice to say on your behalf. And one of the most popular duets are just blind reactions where there's no editing. And I feel like, Boyce, that's like kind of your like bread and butter. And you just start like before you've even watched the TikTok that's supposed to be popular. So if we find a way to make a blind reaction that's something informational about UBI, that's going to encourage people who normally wouldn't want to say, wouldn't want to take the time to make a video. And it's no matter what we're all doing, it's not that big of a deal to say, hey, Michael, can you take 10 minutes out of your life to make a blind reaction to see if we can get this to blow up, or Izzy or Nell or Shane or whoever.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. And I also encourage anyone that even if you're pro UBI and know all that stuff, like if you see me on talking about UBI, do a reply to me, video reply where you're like saying the common complaints, like say something dumb like, well, your landlord will just raise your rent $1,000 or something, because that like tosses up one for me that I can then like smack out of the park, and yeah, but I might actually do that myself. I might like maybe I'll make a new account and be like the anti-UBI guy that like just says all the dumb UBI complaints you've heard 1,000 times.
Mike, tell me what you want me to say and I'll say it.
Oh, just all the shit you heard during the campaign, like like
Yeah,
people,
sure.
everyone's just gonna quit their jobs and smoke weed all day. Like,
How you gonna pay for it? All they're gonna do is buy iPhones and Jordans.
that's right.
And meth.
Yeah, try to explain to me how the poor people will be worse off with $1,000 every month. Like that,
Honestly,
might be good.
whenever I heard somebody say that with you give people $1,000 a month, all they're gonna do is buy Jordans and
Mhm.
iPhones. My response was always, if you know that that's what they're gonna buy, if you think that that's what they're gonna buy, then you buy stock in those items.
Exactly. That's exactly. I'll just go buy stock in Jordans and bro.
Yeah, that's it. Buy stock. You be a little smarter. This is what I don't understand. Like with people are getting on Andrew for wanting to do a casino in New York City,
Mm.
but they don't realize. Okay, well, they're saying, oh, well, because if you give people like a UBI or even the small segment of people that he wants to give a UBI to, they'll spend it in the casino. But listen, people play lotto.
They're
You know what I mean?
idiots.
People play lotto. So what's the problem?
Yeah.
A casino in New York City would only bring more
Oh my
money to the city. It would bring tourism to the city. I'm sorry to switch the subject, but
No.
No,
That's
no,
what we're
that's a
talking
myth.
about.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's a myth
that's
that people
what-
bring up.
That's what
They
the,
say.
the indigenous people do that, and also like in like various other states across the nation, like they have casinos or whatever. That brings in like big revenue, big bucks. That's a
Yeah.
smart idea. I mean,
yeah,
for them to like knock and that, like really.
I think there is a problem though, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, there is. You can't see the other side where people do have it. Does create an issue where some people are addicted to that shit, and they're down for every Friday, every payday, they're over there at those blackjack tables, like or slot machines.
Yeah,
and
But
you know.
that's a separate solution. So in other words, yeah, I think we could step up our game on like help for people with addictions. At the same
Mhm.
time, give everyone a basic income and not be like, well, what about the people who are already addicted to drugs and gambling? I'm like, yeah, the general consensus is it's none of our business what people do with their basic income. But at the same time, you can promote, oh, we should also have better programs for people who deal with addictions. Like they're
Sure.
two separate things, but
Mind
the big
mind you,
point is like, yeah, it's none of our business
stress
what people
leads
do
to
with their basic
addiction.
income.
What?
Stress leads to addiction, FYI. So it's like once you address the stress and keep people, like from, not being stressed or whatever, they won't splurge, they won't be addicted to stuff and stuff like, I mean, it's not rocket science. So it's like, yeah, it's like just and it's not you can't just like a pill or like have them go to therapy or whatever. It
Yeah.
like the first thing you gotta do is like, not only give them money, but actually, proper training and even like I even suggest like put them in a place like nature or forest or whatever that is like isolate from all the drama and all that, because like that's secure in itself, I would argue. Or just someplace similar, something that can take their mind off of everything and put at ease. Like that will help them curb the addiction, and also, I mean, maybe I'm a bit like naive with that, but I'm just saying.
I was going to say no, you brought up the Powerball, like the lottery
Yeah.
thing. I actually like see where that's like kind of a bad. It's like really a kind of a. It's like it's such a shady program, because if you think about it, it's really the state collecting money from the poorest people or the ones that play that, and they really are not going to win.
Listen. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
Oh no. That's just it. It's. I mean, I'm not saying it's free choice and all that stuff, but it's the state taking advantage. They know that these people will not understand the statistics behind it and will spend their money there, and the state takes advantage of it. And it's often the poorest.
You're right. Listen, when I was like 14 years old, I worked at a grocery store. Well, let me say better yet, I worked at a bodega here in New York. Right?
Now, is it a real bodega or
it was a real bodega? Real
But
bodega.
But was there a cat?
Careful.
They had a cat. They they had all the garbage in the back and boxes.
better.
looked like a CVS?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. It looks. Yeah.
Fat
Anyway,
check, man. I'm doing fat check.
I worked at a bodega. I was a stock boy, but I also worked behind the counter sometimes helping people. And dude, there were people coming every Friday spending their whole check on, and we know this, spending their whole check on the lotto. You know what I mean? So yes, it is an addiction, but I mean, if you're gonna say, if you're gonna make a claim, and again, because I'm in New York, this is why I'm bringing it up, because I'm seeing all this political talk with Andrew Yang now that he's running for mayor. And so, it's just they're making a big issue about it. Listen, even people within the Yang Gang are making a big issue, within the New York Yang Gang, making a big issue about, the casino idea, but I just say, hey, wait, we have the lotto. Anybody that what's the difference? They're going to spend the money anyway. And anyway, here's the thing. If they choose to spend it in the casino, where's that money going anyway? It's coming back to the city. So it's benefiting the city. So yes, I understand the mental health issues and the people, the addictions and all that stuff, but it's not like they're not gonna already do that. And that's a personal choice.
Well, I'll say this. I worked at a casino for 9 months. That's how I could afford to start a YouTube channel, honestly. Wow. I saved $10,000 in 9 months. And I'll tell you this, casinos are very, very aware of the addiction problems. And they have programs where you can actually, if you have an addiction, they will give you resources to help you and also give yourself a 1-year ban. But here's the problem. It is an addiction. So some people are so bad that they'll come there and then the security's like, okay, this guy is banned. They don't know why, but he's banned. And then that person gets arrested. So, but there are programs that they offer resources, programs, literature, counseling. Casinos are very aware of their industry. So they have programs too. It's not like we're just like, do whatever you want, but they don't want to get sued either.
Well, and bringing it back to what Izzy said, UBI itself is kind of like a program because you have to ask yourself how many people play the lotto and go to casinos because they're desperate.
Yeah.
And how many people are just casually doing it because it's fun. Like people do, what is that called? Where you pick the fake fantasy football. People do fantasy football and they wager money on it. And that's a form of gambling. But like no one makes no one's like, oh man, that's like an addiction. And like you're a degenerate. So I'm like, yeah, some people are going to it's like the thrill of winning money is fun. But some people literally are doing it because they're desperate and they don't know what else to do.
Shai, you hit the nail right on the head. You honestly did. You really, you hit the nail right on the head. And here's the thing. Andrew's not finished with his policies. He's still writing it. And he's going to, it's still under construction. Who's to say that in his casino policy, he won't add something humanitarian as, maybe having some type of help for people with addiction with it. You know what I mean? Exactly. Andrew is a smart man, and we know that he puts his time and effort into creating his policies. And so, I just, by the way, the reason I'm late to this stream is because I was literally explaining to a friend of mine who's a New Yorker also, who literally asked me on Facebook, how can you support Andrew Yang if he hasn't voted for mayor, if he's never voted for mayor and stuff like that. So I had to give him like a 8-answer explanation, eight points of explaining the different points about that. But anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, like what a weird criteria to be like, well, I need this. I was like, I don't think you do. I think you just automatically don't like him and you're just looking for excuses to be, because it's hard to attack him on policy because a lot of them make sense.
Correct.
I was like on the policy thing though. For me, it's an interest. I'm interested to see how this plays out because the rule in politics is basically like you don't want to actually have policies. Like policy is cannon fodder for your opponents to now beat you over the head with. And that's why we all love Andrew, is because we're policy geeks and like that makes sense to us. But unfortunately, a lot of the public are like 5G fearing mask deniers, and for them the policies can be easily weaponized. So I'm just curious if Andrew always trusts in, the better half of people. And I'm hopeful and curious, hopefully that plays out, that maybe he lights that fire for more people to pay more attention to that, to policy side. But
he's shifting the Overton window of politics. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So is Shale referring to the experiment where they gave rats water with heroin in it? And then they gave they made like two houses for the rats, and one was like really nice, like just a good quality of life, and the other was a really bad quality of life.
Right.
And the good quality of life, even though they had access to the heroin water, they didn't drink it.
Right. Yep.
Mm.
So I'm thinking that's the experiment he's talking
That's
about.
exactly what that is. Yep. Because the more desolate and more stressed because they measured their blood work, and they did autopsies. This was fucked up, but it is the way it is. And it measured serotonin levels, which shows depression and all that kind of stress and markers. And like you were saying, yeah, the more stress and the more higher their serotonin and there's another chemical marker, I can't remember what it's called, but it's released when you're depressed and too much stress and anxiety. So they're food deprived. So they're food deprived, stressed, and freaking the fuck out and and they're overpopulated too. It's also crowded. And then they start fighting over dopamine. Thank you, Jesus.
Yep.
Dopamine. But yeah, they're fighting over shit, so it becomes a what do you call that? The fighting over resources and
scarcity
heroin,
mindset.
Exactly. But the heroin becomes what they want to fight about, or like I can't remember. Damn it, that's a great point, Shy. But one of them where people they would use the heroin and not interact with other mice and just hide, not socialize whatsoever. It's just
that's interesting. It's almost like they felt shame. That's interesting.
They're just depressed. They don't want to. There's nothing out there for me, so I'm gonna get my heroin. I'm gonna drink the water. And I'm gonna go kick it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's how I always find that interesting argument too about like will poor people spend their money like unwisely, and it's like well, yeah, imagine if you were in the desert like dying of fucking thirst and you came across some water, you probably wouldn't drink it. Like if you were just passing by, you probably see them like chugging it turning it up, right? Because they're fucking desperate for water. Like how are they going to be well mannered and respect
well, anyway. All bets are out the window when you're desperate, man. I mean,
that's right.
Like I was talking to Erica and Wendy about this on our live stream a couple days ago. I was homeless in high school for 6 months.
Wow.
Lived in a pop-up camp in my friend Chris Hardy's driveway. And I remember how aggressive me and my little brother were then. You get more skirmishes at the basketball courts. We always played ball because basketball is free. That's why it's the sport of the downtrodden, because soccer and basketball, you need a ball and some friends, or no friends. You can even get better at basketball by your damn self. You can get better at soccer by your damn self. It's not like checkers. You don't need a partner. But I remember how we were so aggressive and so I won't say like on edge and ready to fight. Whatever it took. Hey, fuck you, bitch. Wham. And then we'd have a problem.
It's because you had more exhausted mental bandwidth.
Oh, absolutely. And plus, like, we didn't have a bathroom, and you didn't think about that shit. I'm like, oh, we'll be all right. We got a camper in the driveway. Cool. Oh, man, I got to go take a piss in the middle of the night. What the hell? It's cold outside. Where am I supposed to go? So like we had to. Luckily, our friend would give us a key. We'd come in the house, use the bathroom, go back out to the camper, though. But yeah, like,
it changes. Listen, that type of experience really changes your perspective on life, and really gives you an appreciation for the little things, And that's it's wow. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but it formed who you are today.
Well,
There's actually a movie coming out called The Little Things.
What's that? I'm sorry.
There's actually a movie called The Little Things coming out with Denzel Washington and the guy from Mr. Robot and Jay Leto. I mean, no, Jay Leto.
Yeah.
That movie caught my eye.
I'm gonna check that out for sure.
Yeah, no, the trailer is awesome. I saw it. I was like, oh snap! Yeah, it's really good.
It reminds me of Collateral.
That's another good one.
One with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. Yeah,
man, the Hitman.
That same sort of vibe.
Yeah, but to me, like you're saying now, like to me, I don't know. I look back at this time with reverence, though, because life was simple.
Yep,
and you knew who your friends were, because they weren't around for the fucking glitz and glamour. We didn't have shit to offer them. It was just because they liked us for who we were, not for what we had or what our parents did or, you know, I remember going to my friend's house and I thought you were rich if you had like name brand cereal and shit, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh shit, you got the real deal. You guys
Dude.
are rich.
You know,
I re-
it's funny you say that because I tell my wife likes to get the Haas avocados, and you know when I was little, just having avocado in your meal for me was a luxury, and I used to tell her that all the time. I tell her that, and she laughs because in her culture, avocado is like one of the main ingredients for everything.
Right.
Mhm.
With all the healthy fats and stuff, man.
Yeah.
Dude, when I take the kids grocery shopping, we hit that cereal aisle. Whatever they fucking want, I'm buying the Captain Crunch and the Cookie Crisp. Like, toss. Let's go. Because I used to not be able to get it myself, right, when I was little. But no, not anymore, man. We load up on all the bad horrible cereal.
Well, I will never eat Spam ever again.
Oh my God.
That shit is terrible, man.
Yeah, man.
But growth comes from when you don't grow when you do everything right.
That's true.
Growth comes from failure. And I had to grow a lot, really fast. And that's why I'm a minimalist, man, because I don't need shit. I know that. I know I don't need anything. Like, I literally have nothing on my walls.
Yeah.
No,
There's
no knickknacks. There's no tchotchke bullshit. Nothing. I'll show you guys. This is the only thing hanging on my wall is that whiteboard with my schedule.
Nice.
All my shit. That's the only thing. I'll show you guys. Here's my simple little house. Just that's it. Nice and simple.
Nice.
Keep it simple. And I don't need a whole lot. Oh, that's fucked up. But yeah, it
looks like you got one of those special lightings. What do you call it? The ones with the like the flaps? I think it's supposed to help with the soft light.
Yeah, it's a box light.
Do you also have a hair light?
A what?
Like the
I ain't got no hair, bro.
Like, I mean,
you're talking to boys. He has no hair.
Sorry, I meant like one of those lights that like hang over your head. You know, another one of those LED floor lights.
Oh, like one of these, like a ring light people use.
That's a ring light. I'm talking about it's you just put it over your head. It has like longer. I don't know. It's like I see it in like.
All I have is those two box lights, and I have a piece of green felt hanging on my wall for my green screen. It's a $5 piece of fabric. That's it, and a desk. Yeah. I keep it again. My studio is minimalist.
You know, that's like back when me and my wife had our first kid, we were dirt poor, dude. Like, we had lawn chairs in the living room, right? And the TV, big box TV on the floor, and we had forgotten what it was like. We worked our asses off and stuff, and we were doing better like 10 years later. And we came across those photos from when my son went, and he was like in diapers, like crawling, and there's the lawn chair, and we were like stumbled across it, and we were like, holy shit, that is, yeah, we were fucking broke, and we didn't even realize it at the time. And we were like, yeah, we were also like happier too. Like we were happy, like at the
simple.
So stressed out from work and stuff, and you just let it get to you. But
well, the thing is, but here's the problem though. You don't remember the stress you experienced because it's not registering either. Like, I was fucking stressed out. I struggled in school. I got in more fights. I didn't have any girlfriends because it was never. Yeah. I was like, I don't need any more problems, man. You know, like a girlfriend.
I was a punching bag in high school. Yeah.
Oh man, I definitely was a punching bag for a couple of years when I was little, because I was only white kid in elementary school for a whole year once, and man, let me tell you, I caught hell. But then again, I had really good friends that stuck up for me, you know, and that's how, again, you really come to appreciate your friends are few, but quality over quantity at that point, and that's kind of how my life is now, where I don't have a lot of close friends around here because I don't go out much. I'm in here with you guys. You guys are my family now, and I got 4 kids and a girlfriend. That's it. Because
I mean, then again, like then again, like there are times when unfortunately you do need the numbers, because yeah, it's like it feels like it's you against the world, or just a few of you against the world, and it feels like the game is rigged. And I'm not really like just talking about the establishment, but just like in general, like this entire society is set up for, like, you have this group of people who stick to like the status quo, and then those who don't are ostracized or have a target on their back.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
they're just not treated fairly. And then like when you try to like resist, they're just going to walk all over you.
Yeah.
Right? And you don't have much backup. You don't even have some big dude on your side, or someone that's big, financially, or psychologically, or whatever. It's like, it's just, I don't know. It feels like you're just wasting your breath, like just trying to like fight it out and stuff. I mean, but we still do, because like the other option is that we let them walk all over us and keep using us as our punching bag, and then they'll even brag about it to their friends, and like, yeah, look what I did to this person, and they didn't fight back. It's just like
bullshit, man. But I'll say this too. This is something I've been trying to teach my kids, is about privileges, right? So I have 4 kids. They're 19, 18, 17, 16, 1 year apart. And my oldest son is biracial. And so my kids grew up in a home where they were privileged to understand more clearly that people are people. They didn't have that indoctrination coming up. And then like 3 of my kids are Caucasian. But I talked to them about privileges too, that I have privileges that other people don't, but other people have privileges that I don't. But the thing about privileges, you should be using your privilege to make sure others have some too. So like I have a privilege of being born white, male, and healthy in America. That's a fucking trifecta right there. It's a damn good start. Just my family sucked at taking advantage of their privilege. We're just dirt fucking poor for generations, man. They sucked at it, But like, to me, I have the advantage of, like I said, I'm healthy. That's one you can't get. I have kids that are healthy, and I'm employable. I have enough intelligence to just get through college and get a job. There's advantages, there's privileges I have, but there's also privileges I don't have of parents. Or born into wealth or influence or whatever. But that's what I try to explain to kids. Just because someone looks like they got it all, no one ever has it all.
No.
And just make sure that when you see someone that's being picked on for something they can't control, you got to stick up for them. No matter what, even if you're putting yourself at risk, it's okay. I'll back you up. Because as long as nobody gets pregnant, no one goes to jail, we can fix it.
But don't stick up for people. Don't stick up for some people, right? Like, don't just stick up for someone who has more followers, but then, when another person's going through the same thing, doesn't have like many friends or many people beside them, like, you don't just ignore them and stuff. You treat them the same way. You stick up for them and stuff. I mean, yeah, if you have the privilege and the resources and stuff, I mean, that's what you should do, because this isn't a popularity contest. It's like, we're all going through something, and if we can, we should like make as much people feel like they belong. Now, of course, you can draw the line, because you shouldn't just like welcome anybody. But if someone that is genuine, is just asked for regular help, and you're asking 21 questions, and then when they don't do what you want, you just flip them off or call them names, or even say like, "Oh, I'll be there for you," and you're not. That's pretty effed up. But then you pick like, some celebrity or somebody with more followers on social media. It's like, what the hell? It's like they're invisible. It's like, and it's not right. That's not how, it should be, because it's like we're all human beings. And it's like, if you abandon someone like that, it can definitely cost you in the long run. I'm just saying, because it's like it's more than just saying like, oh, I'm not in the, I don't want this person because I'm not in the right mood. Or then likewise say, and if you just close the door on them, they're not going to like up and disappear. What if they not only like become, what if they, let's say they don't become like a radical or a shooter? What if they become like a police officer or a doctor, a lawmaker, or a parent, someone who works in an organization? What if they become your own boss and they decide whether or not you get a paycheck? So it's like, so these things, these sorts of things you do have consequences. So it all reflects on, what you do from this point on determines what your future is going to be like. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But,
No, I was chatting. Yeah, I was having this chat with my son just last night, and it's easy for maybe younger people like maybe even high school age kids to feel like things are hopeless, or like changing the world, making this like systemic change might be hopeless, and because they often view it in the sense of if you don't accomplish the whole big prize, right, then you failed. Like, what's the point of even trying? And so that sets like you up for failure immediately when your goal, like you view it in that sense. And all we have to do as people is try to just start doing something in that right direction, because that just starts building momentum. And if you can build on that over time, that's you've made a difference. And so
Well,
just go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys, I got to go in like 8 minutes, okay? Because I got to drive 20 minutes to pick up my daughter from her friend's house at midnight.
In there.
Great times as a parent,
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is to remember people is, sorry, not people, but just to keep them back here, everyone's minds is hurt people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you still got to find some compassion a little bit for the bully too, because hurt people, and that's my weakness. I fucking hate bullies.
Yep. Same.
And it's hard for me not to want to gut them, like Trump supporters. They're fucking bullies.
Yeah.
So that's my weakness right now, is not being too aggressive.
Sure.
Or like go scorched earth and burn bridges on people that might have, like someone like Fred. I would have fucking torched Fred. I told him, I was like, I hated your fucking guts if you had that damn MAGA hat on first time I met you. But he didn't. He had a Make America Think Harder hat. And that fucked me up, man. So he's talking like a Trump supporter, acting like a big, aggressive loudmouth, which I love him for it. But at first I saw that hat and I'm like, this fucking prick, But then I saw that hat.
I do want to mention.
Yeah.
I do want to mention quickly, as far as like Fred's concerned. And I like a while back, I actually did an interview with Paget Kagi, and like afterwards, like Fred himself actually DM'd me saying, you are my hero, and it's like, it's like for you to just talk about like mental health and stuff like that, and it's like, that's definitely helpful, and it's like I've never gotten that as much, to be like identify like that, but I'm just like, I mean, you shouldn't like, just completely, just shake hands with the bully or take him out for ice cream and stuff. But it's like, if someone's friend with them or whatever, you shouldn't just say, okay, you better leave them or else like we're no longer friends. Like, you shouldn't give a sort of ultimatum. Like, if they want to be friends with them, that's fine. But also like it's also like not, if you don't trust them or don't want to be around them, then it's like they can't force you to do that as well, because that would be against your right. But it's like, the people that I've seen that have been abandoned or put aside weren't really bullies at all. Because if they were bullies, I wouldn't be talking with them. And it's like, and I have pretty good intuition when it comes to various people. Sometimes I'm wrong, unfortunately, but yeah, it's like, but the thing about it is that people have their own interpretation of what's a good person and what's a bully, and sometimes the good person is the real bully. you know, where and the one they think is a bully is not that. And the one that comes to mind is like this one image. You might have seen it you know, at one point, where it's an image of this guy with like a mohawk and you know, and tattoos and stuff, and another is like a figure of a guy with a mohawk, and the other one is a little girl. And the shadows is like the guy with the mohawk has like an angel, whereas like the little girl has the devil or a demon and stuff. So yeah, you shouldn't like judge a book by its cover. That was the whole point. And yeah, we should just like remind that, and we shouldn't like, you know, say, oh, this person is bad, this person is good, because you might end up being wrong and you'll definitely regret it. So it's like, yeah.
There's also this concept of like determinism, and it's like honestly, we're all just products of the system within which we exist. So no one is truly like, I mean, it's very easy to hate on people, and sometimes, you know, I fucking blast people all the time, and I deserve to be blasted all the time because I'm not perfect either. But we all, if you can step back and remember that, you know, Trump supporter, he probably got a poor education, probably has low economic. I mean, there's reasons why he fell for this fascist style of politicians, and it's because of the system within which he's existed his whole life, and that's really the real problem behind everything.
Well, I just want to say this kind of as in closing, also, guys, is the biggest thing. How do I put this? Oh man, I gotta be careful with my words here. So when you I went to therapy for 3 years. I've been divorced twice. Okay, so I went through personal individual therapy for 3 years to kind of work on me. Like, maybe they're not the only person that's making a problem in our relationship. Maybe, just maybe they don't have all the problems here. You know, like maybe I contributed to our divorce, you know. But I went through 3 years of counseling. But one of the most important lessons I got from my counselor was that who you are in your head doesn't exist anywhere but in your head, because who you are is how you're experienced in the world. Who you are is that person's experience. So how do you want to be known is how you must conduct yourself. I think I'm a good guy. Well, then fucking do good things. It's not that complicated. I'm a good guy, and then you cuss someone out because they cut you off in traffic. Watch for your fucking
actions speak louder than words.
Absolutely. But be the person you wish you were. You're never going to be that person. It's hard. But that's one of the that fucked my head up for a while, man. I'm like, wait a minute. So who am I? So then I started asking people, what's your first impression of me when first time we met, man? That changed shit for me. Because some people, depending on the environment they met me in, experienced me in a different way.
Yeah.
Some people said, man, you're fucking intense. You're angry. You're aggressive. You know, because they met me when I was fighting, like fighting in the ring and coaching wrestling. And all my energy was in this alpha male bullshit show that I was part of, like fighting and wrestling, dominating people physically and mentally, torturing fucking people for no goddamn reason but to make yourself feel better when it comes right down to it, for competition. But yet, so that person saw me in that way, but another person saw me where I was just like, I'm a caring father and I like to have fun or whatever. Like, it's because that's how I acted, period. Yep. So as far as online interactions, comments, man, comment section, Twitter bullshit, cancel culture, purity tests, throw all those fucking labels out, man. Just, I don't know how to put this, man. Just be a good person. That's so cliche, but I don't know, man. Like you're saying, Izzy, about the bully, you're gonna go take him for fucking ice cream, but you got to find a way to get common ground. That's the hardest thing, is to say, okay, this person's a fucking asshole.
But at the same time, if someone's beating you in the face, like, you know, like, you got to fucking punch back. Like,
absolutely. Not at your own detriment.
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't do that at your own detriment. But if you're not losing anything, it doesn't cost you anything to try.
Sure.
So that's all I got to say is just try to do things for people. Like, I don't have a lot of resources, but when someone's in fucking need, I try to help. Even if it's fucking $10, $5, a tenner. I try to do that every paycheck I try to help somebody out with something, and be it online or around the community. But if we all did that, it all comes back, man. I'm not, again, I'm an atheist. I don't do the karma or any of the religious stuff, but there's a reason people believe in karma, because good shit does come around when you do good acts.
Yep.
I can't explain it. I don't give it a name, but I know damn well if I do something nice to enough times, sooner or later my number is going to come up. Because if you, what's that called, the pay it forward attitude, one of those people might pay it forward to you when you're down, so that's a mind fuck, man. But it's a lofty, it's a good goal.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. It's a good goal, because we all in different circumstances, but we can all treat each other equally no matter what.
Yep.
And that's a booger. That's a hard one. Shit. Okay, yeah, damn it. My bad. I can't ramble for a second there. So I gotta shut up for my own sake, so I don't have to speed. But yeah, guys, I want to do this again. So tomorrow, can you guys join me again tomorrow off the record and talk about this stuff, the strategy wise and the website? I want to help you guys. Can help me. I'll show you what I'm doing. We can help develop that thing, and we'll use that as a launching pad or a home to cross market and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, man.
Yeah. All right, man. That's awesome. So I can't wait, man. And also, if anybody's watching this, or if you know someone that isn't watching it, that tag them and tell them, hey, man, if you're doing a TikTok, reach out to me. If you're doing a YouTube, reach out to me. If I haven't heard about you on YouTube, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, man. 'Cause I really do look. But TikTok's a new thing. So there's so many people I didn't even know had TikToks. Like, most people don't even know I have fucking TikTok. Let's be real. I ain't doing much of nothing on there, but it's still fun. But so make sure if you guys know someone, tag them and tell them to reach out to me, and I'll include them in some of the stuff we're doing here, and they can be part of the solution. So I've already built the website. I already spent the money on the motherfucker. Let's use it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I appreciate you guys' time. Again, Shy, Mike, Izzy, Nell, and Matthew from earlier. Kai, he's probably still watching the fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I'm gonna talk to Kai about that whole what's that thing called? Clubhouse drop-in audio chat, it's called.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk to him about that tomorrow.
Cool.
And see what he wants me to do with it. I don't know what to do with it.
Right. Yo, Tibbs.
I don't want to
Weigh
wait.
me in on that. I'm very curious about that for sure.
Yep. Well, guys, thanks again, man. Let me go kick rocks and blow bubbles, man. I got
Yeah,
haul.
man.
Same
All right,
here.
guys. Thanks for joining me, man. See you
All
guys
right.
later.
Peace.